Hi guys, this is John from Meat University, and this is Jerky 201 making brisket jerky. Now, we've told you in previous classes that you should use a low-fat cut of meat like an eye of the round to make your jerky. And when you think of brisket, you probably aren't thinking it's a lean cut. Well, brisket is really two parts. It's got the point and the flat, and these are separated by a thick vein of fat. Now, if you're going to use brisket to make jerky, we highly recommend you use the flat, as it has very little intramuscular fat. Now, you do have to spend some time trimming all of the fat out. You need to remove as much as you can around the outside. Good news is its shape lends itself to doing this pretty easily. You need to remove this huge fat cap up here and then just anywhere else that it's touching. Once you've trimmed all the fat off of these, you can see one of the advantages of using a brisket flat is that it has a very pronounced grain to the meat. And we're going to cut against that grain when we're slicing it. Now, this is going to allow the pieces to break down very easily in your mouth, and it's going to make it feel more tender. We're going to slice these into 1/4 inch thick pieces. And you can try to cut this by hand or with something like the Precise Slice from Victornix or the Jerky board from Weston. But if you have a slicer, we'd recommend you use that. Now, brisket has a really strong beefy flavor, and obviously we want to choose something that's going to go with that, not cover it up. We're going to go with the Colorado spicy jerky seasoning, and that comes with a 1 ounce bag of Jerky. Now, that whole bag and the Jerky is enough to do 25 pounds of jerky, but we've just got about 10 pounds here. So we're going to be using 0.36 of a pound of the seasoning and 0.4 of an ounce of the cure. Now, we're mixing these together, and then we're going to drag our slices through this, making sure that it's evenly coated on both sides. Once everything has been fully coated, we're going to put them in a plastic bag and add just enough water so everything is submerged. This will make sure that all areas of the meat are seasoned and cured. Now, with some seasonings that have very large particle size, I might not add water, as I don't want those large flakes of whatever seasoning it is to be washed off. But with something like the Colorado spicy, it's such a small grain piece that I'm going to add the water just to make sure everything's even. Now we're going to let this sit in the fridge overnight and let it marinate and give the cure time to work. Now, if we wanted, we could vacuum tumble this for 30 to 45 minutes and go ahead and smoke it today. So if you have a tumbler at home like the Marinade Express Pro, feel free to do that. Now, it's sat in the fridge overnight, so we're ready to get to thermal processing. Now, you can cook this in your oven, smoker, or even use a dehydrator to do it. Just make sure that if you're using a dehydrator that it gets above 160 degrees first. Now, lay your jerky out flat on racks, making sure to leave a way for air to flow through the racks. The easiest way to do this is just to leave a 3x3 open space in the center of the rack. Now, to get your probe thermometer to read correctly, go ahead and fold over one piece of your jerky and just insert the probe in between those folds. Now, we're going to do this in our smoker, so we're starting out at 120 degrees with the vents wide open at both the bottom and the top. Now, this is going to dry the surface of the jerky evenly and allow the smoke to adhere and for it to cook evenly. We're going to run this drying phase for just about an hour. Then we're going to move the temperature up to 145 degrees for 2 hours, and we're going to close the dampers down 2/3 of the way. We're also going to introduce smoke during this phase. Finally, we're going to raise the cooking temperature up to 175 degrees and cook until the internal temperature reaches 160. So here we are, we're all done. It looks beautiful. I mean, we've got a really nice dark color. Part of that is the smoke, the other part's the brisket. The texture is great and the taste is phenomenal. When you're doing something like brisket, you really want that to be the main star of things. So using something like the habanero lime or the gigawatt's probably not the best choice. Colorado or Colorado spicy are perfect. They give it a nice classic jerky flavor, but they let the taste of the brisket come through more than anything else. As always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and visit waltonsinc.com and meatgistics.com to find everything but the meat. Thanks for watching. I'm John with Meat University, and I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe to Walton's YouTube channel to watch more amazing videos, or shop at waltonsinc.com to find everything but the meat. Check out our latest sales and giveaway video here, or watch another hand-picked video by clicking here.